it. We'll go the whole mile for you. Diamond 88.7 FM. We've got you.
The time is 9 o'clock.
Aago mẹ́sàn-án ti lù.
You can only get timely, credible, and reliable news on your shining Supreme station. Diamond 88.7 FM, Ilorin.
For the best of national, local, international news and sport, tune in to News Punch and Diamond 88.7 FM. News Punch, all about the news.
It's exactly 1 minute gone past 9 a.m. A very good morning to you and thanks for staying tuned to Diamond 88.7 FM Ilorin. This is the News Punch, a news and current affairs compilation of topical story headlines making the rounds. I am your host on the Wednesday edition. My name is BISOLA ODUWOLE Suleiman. You're welcome. And here are the headlines trending in the news today. Tinubu promotes acting chief of army staff Oluyede to lieutenant general. Tinubu released miners on compassionate ground, says VP Shetima. Over 300 billion naira lost to hashtag End Bad Governance protest, says Shetima. And still on the hashtag End Bad Governance protest, Kanu governor received 73 detained miners. Federal government promises SMEs single-digit interest loans by 2025. Federal government reverses 18-year entry age for varsity education. Still in the news, former President Buhari visits Maiduguri over flooding. Senate assures JAMB of support. Representatives move to amend Pension Reform Act. Rep summons ministers over $2.2 billion energy fund. Kwara Labour demands 50% tax waiver after governor's 3 months bonus. Still in Kwara State, Kwara governor approves bonus for civil servants amid tax controversy. And again, national grid suffers setback. Still on the national grid collapse, restoration is in progress, says TCN. Moving on to the foreign scene, Equatorial Guinea restrict WhatsApp amid sex scandal. Spain unveils aid plan a week after catastrophic floods. On the U.S. elections, Harris or Trump, long lines of voters in tense U.S. election. Kamala Harris to host election night party at Howard University. Moving into the world of sport, Eguavon jets out to Belgium for medical checkup. And lastly, in the world of sport, Super Falcons to tackle France in friendly match. And those are the major headlines making the rounds today. It was compiled and edited by Abiodun Akiyomi. For sponsorship or advert placement, kindly contact our sales and marketing office on 091 2929 4332 or 090 7722 7120. Coming up next is the Diamond Breakfast Show, where we take a look at some of the major stories making the rounds and have an in-depth analysis around these stories. You can also watch us live on Facebook at Diamond 887 FM and YouTube Diamond FM Ilori. Don't forget to also log in onto our website www.diamondfm.net or keep up to date with us via all our other social media pages. My name is BISOLA ODUWOLE Suleiman. The Diamond Breakfast Show commences shortly. Please stay with us.
Hour after hour of quality programming all around the clock with us. Every second and minute counts when it comes to bringing you the best of programming on radio. Diamond 88.7 FM remains your best bet. Be it sport, talk radio, entertainment and music. One thing is certain, we've got you.
The major talking points in Nigeria are always on the lips of the citizens.
What's going on in this country? Look at smaller countries taking lead and you call yourself giant of Africa. Yeah.
Nigeria don't spoil my business too much. Nigeria is too hard for us. I mean, I want to kill us. Father, not kill us for Nigeria. Oh, please, help us beg them.
They should reduce their expenditure so that they can free enough money for social development.
I wish for a Nigeria where we elect a leader based on competency and not popularity.
On the Diamond Breakfast Show, we place the spotlight on the critical issues in the country.
Government that says they are broke can prioritize construction of an additional runway over education of the people.
How can a government, how can you hold Indomine? This is intolerable. It's provocative.
Now, you see, when you look at our democratic journey, we are yet to practice genuine democratic system in Nigeria.
Join us on Mondays to Friday on the DBS from 9 to 10 a.m. The Diamond Breakfast Show, amplifying the voice of the people.
From the studios of Diamond 88.7 FM in Lorry, this is the Diamond Breakfast Show.
All right, Nigeria is a great country, a country filled with amazing resources, both human and natural resources, great people, wonderful people, hardworking people, resilient people. And that's how I start off the program this morning to talk about my dear country, Nigeria. It's good to be alive. It's a great day to be here. Good morning, Nigerians. Good morning, Quarants. Good morning to you from wherever it is you're listening to us from. This is Diamond 88.7 FM, your shining supreme station, and you're welcome to the Diamond Breakfast Show. The Diamond Breakfast Show is a bumper-packed show that features major stories and making the rounds in the news in Nigeria, across the world. As long as it affects us as a people, we get to bring it here to you to have a discussion around it. We have a guest analyst in the studio. We have an in-depth discussion right here in the studio. And then we also open up our platforms to you, our analyst at the other end of the radio, to also contribute your quota to the discuss. My name is BISOLA ODUWOLE Suleiman. I'm your host on the Wednesday edition of the Diamond Breakfast Show. It promises to be quite interesting this morning. We have a lot of critical issues to talk about in the studio this morning. You can join in the conversation. We're live on Facebook at Diamond 887 FM, on YouTube, Diamond FM Ilori. You can also send in your reactions via these platforms. However, please ensure that these reactions are short and precise so we can take as much as we can during the course of the program. You can also call us on 0913 655 6952 091 3655 6952. And then you can also send us messages via SMS or WhatsApp 0913 655 6864. Welcome to the Diamond Breakfast Show once again. This morning, we're taking a look at three critical issues, and the first one is the reintegration of the miners who were detained following protest and recently released by the federal government. And then from that, we'll be moving on to the escalating confrontations between Nigerian law enforcement officers and members of the public. And lastly, we'll be taking a look at the closely watched U.S. presidential election. What's going on in the U.S. right now and how it affects us as a people, the effect on the global community at large. Before we get into that, let me quickly introduce my guest for the day. I have with me a public affairs analyst, a social commentator, and educator. I have Engineer Jacobs Omotayo. Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Good to have you
Thank
on the program this morning.
Thanks for having me.
All right. And the first story we're taking a look at this morning, I know it's something that you're passionate about. You're very passionate about children, about education. And we'll be taking a look at the recent release of the minors who were detained following the #EndBadGovernance protest in Nigeria. Many of these youths faced a lot of challenges while they were in custody. We also saw the video where one or two of them collapsed in court and a lot of that. Now, after this release, experts have come to say that we do not know the struggles or the challenges that these children actually faced while they were in custody. They were detained with adults, and we do not know the effect that would have on these children. So they have to be rehabilitated. They have to be reintegrated into the society. We need to ensure that we check on their mental health. They go through some psychological sessions and all of that, because we don't know what they went through. That is according to an expert. Now let's take a look at this. Let's take a look at bringing this. They have been released. They have been released from detention, and they have been handed over to the governments of their various states. Now, what then happens after that? What does the government need to do? How do we ensure that they are integrated into the society and such an occurrence does not happen again, where we have minors committing offenses against the country and against the law?
Oh, thank you. I have listened to a lot of arguments as regards this case in question. And I pity this country, because ordinarily when issues like this come up, you find a lot of people whipping sentiments and saying it not the way it is.
Okay.
I happen to be a Nigerian opportune to have crisscrossed the length and breadth of Nigeria.
Okay.
At least, the best of my knowledge, the only big city I have not been to in the north is Maiduguri.
All right.
And I can tell you that I've been to the south east, to the southwest, and to where we are today.
Okay.
Now, I want to say that if you go up north, you will see a lot. And this lot, I can tell you precisely, is dangerous for us as a people. That the family value system is almost zero. The responsibility of parents over children, what a father should do, what the mother should do, and what relatives should also do.
That is up north.
That is, yeah, some of them are missing. They are really missing.
Okay.
And giving responsibilities to malams and the likes. Now, looking at the government side, what is the government's responsibility on the people? Should governments bring policies that would guide students, guide children, guide us towards educating ourselves and educating the people for a better tomorrow? What is government's position on that?
Okay.
Let's leave that aside. Then let us look at what is the position of our politicians when it comes to educating these young ones coming. What has these politicians been using this this so-called -4. Now, looking at this group of people called minors, I watch them on the TV.
All right.
And I laugh. Because what these individuals know, what these individuals are capable of, only few people will know it.
Are you talking about these same people that we all saw on TV?
Yes. These ones I saw on TV.
All right.
I can tell you they are much more dangerous sometimes, even than the adults.
Okay.
And like I always say, we are sitting on the keg of gunpowder, knowing where we are coming from, looking at how Boko Haram started, and it splintered into banditry, with the waves of kidnapping and the rest of them, to the effrontery that they can cross a moving train, take whatever they want, do whatever they want, and go. How did it start? What is the value that our politicians, how do they value education? How do they value those they control? How do they value those who voted for them? What are they using these minors for?
Okay.
These minors are tools in their hands. These minors are just mere tools in their hands. They care little or nothing about them. And I can see precisely here that when I hear some consultative forum, some fora, some this talking, they know exactly what they are doing. Oh. This has become, you see, for the president to come and withdraw this case. I'm not saying it's not a good idea for people to cry, and then the president understands and feels that let us reverse it. But
you mentioned now that we have there's no proper value system in the north. According to this expert, he also said that each of these children should be met at their point of need. Those who have a family unit, they should know what kind of rehabilitation that those ones need. And the ones that are on the streets too, who do not have anyone to take care of them, and then they just go about doing whatever, there should be another kind of rehabilitation for those ones as well. Now, Femi Falana SAN also said that the government should ensure that these children are educated, as it is their right, their fundamental human right, and it is the responsibility of the government to ensure that there is free and quality education for these children from primary to secondary school. And if that is not done, the government will be sued. What do you think we can do? You have said it. We have, apart from these children that are in the limelight that a lot of people can see, we also see these almanjaries every day without proper care, without education. And there's a lot that these children can do if their skills or their intelligence is not channeled properly. Now, how do we ensure that we prevent this in the nearest future? Because, like you said, we are sitting on a keg of gunpowder.
I want to salute the founding fathers of Nigeria, particularly the ingenuity of our old premier, Obafemi Awolowo. He says education is key. He said give a child and he will rule the world. Now, education I go and Google Malawi from basic to the final phase in the tertiary institution is free. It's free.
Okay.
It's an African country. Go and see what is happening in Egypt and other places. Go to Kigali. What was this? No, I'm trying to remember this country now. And then you go and see how they will run the education. You see, we are this giant of Africa that they call. Anytime they call Nigeria giant of Africa, I just laugh. Because we are just a shadow of ourselves. We are a shadow of ourselves. We boast with nothing. What has happened to the education that these leaders got? What happened to it? They when they were in the university, they were eating full chicken. Today, what are they made of what they got? They have made nonsense of it. Go and ask them, what is their achievement? Being in government, flexing muscles here and there. You don't know where I am. Do you know where I am? This is what they say all over Abuja. And this is where we are. we are just on the threshold of nonsense, arguing over little or what is not relevant to the system. What have they given? They have taken so much. They have given very little. We should look at it. We should ask ourselves these very honest questions. Are you creating poverty or you are creating wealth? So look at what is happening in the US today. Is an issue-based election. People vote based on what is relevant to them. They don't vote because they don't vote using sentiments. Okay, some people cried something. Okay, what was government thinking before they took these children to court? What did they see in them before taking them to court? And what they saw is no longer relevant now that the case has been withdrawn. Released. Was there proper briefing to the president on the matter? What was the president's response when that was said, even before they were charged to court? This is a 3-month thing, a 3-month gap. Okay, these 3 months, what have they done with the 3 months? What investigation have they done? Who and who have they been able to find? These children didn't come to the street on their own. They are not even children anymore. Let me tell you the truth. They are not children. So we have some of them that are 17 among them. Some of them we were told reliably that some of them are married. So how would you tell me a minor is married?
We have minors amongst them.
We have minors among them.
But they should be separated.
Well, the minors should be separated.
But they were all charged together.
Yes, they were charged together, but they could be separated for trial. Are you getting my point? You see, when we keep doing things this way, it shows we don't have a direction, and there's no way. We don't have where we're going, and that is the most dangerous way to go in a matter like this.
All right, Engineer Jacobs and Motayo. Let's quickly take some reactions and then go on a short break. You can call us on 0913-655-6952. What is the way forward from such an occurrence, such that we don't have our young children going out on the street to commit crimes, to continue to become a nuisance to people in the society? How do we ensure that we prevent such in the nearest future? You can call us on 0913-655-6952. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning. What's your name and where are you calling from?
Is my name. I'm calling from Oka.
All right, good to have you, sir. Go ahead.
May God bless engineer.
Thank you, sir.
This issue was raised on Friday. And my comments was that we are creating monsters. The one we have created, we are battling with it. That is why you see kidnappers everywhere from a section of the country. I was about sending those released to Vice President to you, and I will send the picture to you. Are those minors? They were released. People destroy ICT constructed with billions of naira by federal government. Like the engineer said, let me tell you, we are creating monsters. And I pray, but we are not sitting on gunpowder. We are pouring it already. I'm against there being a charge for treason. That is too high. But they should be charged for that criminal offense. If you see these people who are released to Vice President, who will be released to state governors now, you will know they are men. I can agree they are minors, but if a minor, a 10-year-old now enter in my house and kill me, does that mean he cannot be taken to court? We are playing politics with Nigerian security.
All right.
May God help Nigeria.
All right. Thank you so much, Mr. Bamdele. Thank you so much for calling. 0913-655-6952 or 0800-887-887. Hello, good morning.
Good morning,
Good morning.
Good morning to the analyst.
What's your name and where are you calling from?
Good morning to the funders. This is Professor Sayodele speaking from the airport.
All right, good to have you, ma'am. Go ahead.
More the conversation, we have been saying a lot on this. But still, Lord God will teach our leaders, especially Mr. President, to do the needful or all these evils. God will continue to lead us and carry Nigeria back to its status.
All right.
By the grace of God. Have a great day.
All right. Thank you so much.
Shining supreme.
Thank you so much for calling, ma'am. 0913-655-6952. Let's take one more call and then go on a break. Don't forget to also send us messages via SMS or WhatsApp 0913-655-6952. 6864. Hello.
Good morning, ma.
Good morning.
This is Godfrey from that journey.
All right. Good morning, sir. Go ahead.
The meaning of Boko Haram that man said the other day is that West education say they are against of it in his north. That's of it. Yes, that's the meaning of the Boko Haram. The people who imported this Boko Haram inside there, they followed their house now. The reverse is the case. They followed their house, they don't know anything. And the people who imported this Boko Haram to Nigeria, they started saying that West education, then they forbid it. See where we are today now. They are major this world. Let us go pray. Let us just truth. Tell them. Let us change in this nation.
All right.
God bless you.
Thank you, Mr. Godwin. Thank you so much for calling. We need to go on a quick break. When we return, we'll be taking more of your reactions. You can call us in 0913-655-6952 or send us an SMS or WhatsApp message via this number 0913-655-6864. Please stay with us. It is still the Diamond Breakfast Show.
Ìfẹ́ mi. Ṣé ẹ ti ṣe tán?
Ṣé láti lọ gba abẹ́rẹ́ ìfètòsọ́mọ bíbí ẹ̀?
Abẹ́rẹ́ wa. Ìfètòsọ́mọ bíbí tí gbogbo ẹbí ni kì í ṣètò ìyá nìkan.
Òótọ́ ló sọ, ṣé bí ìtò lè gún fúnra ẹni?
Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni, kò dẹ̀ dùn mí. Kò ṣe mí bíi pé mo lò nǹkan kan rárá nígbà tí mo lò ń gbà yẹn.
Ó ṣe wá ń lọ nísìnyí nígbà tó ti gbà tẹ́lẹ̀.
Abẹ́rẹ́ kan máa gbé ẹ fóṣù mẹ́ta. Ó dẹ̀ ti dóṣù mẹ́ta tá a ti lọ kẹ́yìn. Ṣá lè máa lọ báyìí ṣá.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni, jẹ́ ká máa lọ ìfẹ́ mi.
Olówó orí mi nìyẹn.
Láti lo abẹ́rẹ́ tá à ń kún fara ẹni ti ìfètòsọ́mọ bíbí yìí nígbà alákọ̀ọ́kọ́ lọ sí ilé ìwòsàn tó súnmọ́ jù fún ìgbaninímọ̀ràn. Ṣèwádìí nípa àwọn oríṣiríṣi ìfètòsọ́mọ bíbí tó wà. Wà lórí Airtel lọ́fẹ̀ẹ́ kó o tẹ 4 2 1 kó sì tẹ 0 3 0 tàbí kó o kàn sí discoveryourpower.org. Federal Ministry of Health àti the Society for Family Health ló mú ìkéde yìí wá sétí ìgbọ́ yín.
Hello there. Looking for fun, laughter, entertainment, dance, trend, want to mingle or connect, some relaxation, and many more? Search no further. Diamond Amusement Park, located at Plot 2 New Yidi Road, Ilori, is where you get those. We've got pendulum, carousels, rocket launcher, roller coaster, Oculus Quest, swimming pool, table tennis, bumper car, swing, seesaw, horse merry-go-round, slides, lawn tennis, video games PS4, piggy cart, to mention few. Feel the adrenaline rush as I list our games. Want to celebrate your child's birthday, graduation, reunion, get together, or want to surprise your friend, partner, or family? Come visit Diamond Amusement Park today and you'll be glad you did. Refreshment is available at affordable rate. Gate fee is 500 naira. For further inquiry, call 080-2677-3152 or visit Plot 2 New Yidi Road, Ilori. Diamond Amusement Park, truly home of unlimited fun.
Ìfẹ́ mi. Ṣé ẹ ti ṣe tán?
Ṣé láti lọ gba abẹ́rẹ́ ìfètòsọ́mọ bíbí ẹ̀?
Abẹ́rẹ́ wa. Ìfètòsọ́mọ bíbí tí gbogbo ẹbí ni kì í ṣètò ìyá nìkan.
Òótọ́ ló sọ, ṣé bí ìtò lè gún fúnra ẹni?
Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni, kò dẹ̀ dùn mí. Kò ṣe mí bíi pé mo lò nǹkan kan rárá nígbà tí mo lò ń gbà yẹn.
Ó ṣe wá ń lọ nísìnyí nígbà tó ti gbà tẹ́lẹ̀.
Abẹ́rẹ́ kan máa gbé ẹ fóṣù mẹ́ta. Ó dẹ̀ ti dóṣù mẹ́ta tá a ti lọ kẹ́yìn. Ṣá lè máa lọ báyìí ṣá.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni, jẹ́ ká máa lọ ìfẹ́ mi.
Olówó orí mi nìyẹn.
Láti lo abẹ́rẹ́ tá à ń kún fara ẹni ti ìfètòsọ́mọ bíbí yìí nígbà alákọ̀ọ́kọ́ lọ sí ilé ìwòsàn tó súnmọ́ jù fún ìgbaninímọ̀ràn. Ṣèwádìí nípa àwọn oríṣiríṣi ìfètòsọ́mọ bíbí tó wà. Wà lórí Airtel lọ́fẹ̀ẹ́ kó o tẹ 4 2 1 kó sì tẹ 0 3 0 tàbí kó o kàn sí discoveryourpower.org. Federal Ministry of Health àti the Society for Family Health ló mú ìkéde yìí wá sétí ìgbọ́ yín.
Dìde kára ó lè. Dìde kára ó lè. Ó yá lé dànù orí fífọ́, lé dànù ara ríro, lé dànù òtútù ibà, lé dànù. For fast relief of cold pain, fever and headache. Dìde kára ó lè kókó.
Ẹ sọ fún ẹ̀fọ́ ní òtútù ibà tara ríro kí wọ́n kán lùgbó one time. Kára ó lè ti dé o. Àgbáwọlé ní iṣẹ́ ni àkànwọlé ń tè kàn. Koríko tẹ́lẹ̀ bá ti tẹ òtún gbérí mọ́. Dìde kára ó lè lúbúlúbú funfun pẹ̀yìn rúkù sarajọ mẹ́ra yágágá. Àjàká kò tí sọkọ fún ẹ̀fọ́ ní òtútù ibà tara ríro lágọ̀ọ́ ara. Káì! Kàṣàkàṣà knockout. Agbára ju agbára lọ. Dìde kára ó lè jagunlabi olùgbòǹgbò gàjà tán ara jà tó kìtìlẹ̀. Ẹgbẹ́ ìlú ra kẹ́ gbà. to Yield Pharmaceutical Industries Limited. Àwọn tó lórúkọ tó ṣe é gbẹ́kẹ̀lé níbi kápò oògùn òyìnbó ló ṣe é. Bára rẹ̀ ò bá yá lẹ́yìn ọjọ́ mẹ́ta. Má ṣàfihàn o, kàn sí dókítà rẹ̀.
Welcome back from that short break. If you're just tuned in and joining us, you're listening to the Diamond Breakfast Show, reaching you from Diamond 88.7 FM, Ilorin. We're live on Facebook at Diamond 887 FM, YouTube Diamond FM, Ilorin. You can also listen to us from any part of the world via our website, www.diamondfm.net, or download our app, Diamond FM, on Google Play Store and iOS Apple Store. My name is BISOLA ODUWOLE Suleiman. I have with me Engineer Jacobs or Motayo this morning. And our first discussion is regarding the recent release of the miners who were detained following the #End Bad Governance protest in Nigeria. And the federal government has withdrawn the case, and these miners have been released to the different governments of their states, and some of them to their parents as well. And there's been a call for rehabilitation and their reintegration into the society using education, psychological support, and the likes. And the human rights lawyer Fem Falan has also said if the federal government does not take responsibility of their education, legal action will follow. What do you make of all of this, and how do you think these minors can be reintegrated into society? You can call us on 0913-655-6952 or send a message to us via SMS or WhatsApp 0913-655-6864. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
This, good morning. This community Idris from Asada.
All right, good to have you on the program. Okay.
The issue where I contribute for this animal issue. We don't say who no travel, who no as another place being. I stay or not. Because those children always say they do all those things. The children always say they don't wait training. And the market where they go, then they train them good habits there, where they say they will know, say what they will do, it will be reality. Now, make time of good luck, where good luck, they do campaign. We see the behavior of all those people. They have to say, Kai. But those who they have a children, let us have a school to them, to educate them, to know how they will follow human being. Okay. That's for my advice. All right. And all those women, they call those their father, where did they train them? From go bob, that's from Jos. They will kind of call can go drop. Wait there 4 years. You know, they know as the way training. That's for coming. You go carry you go me do good, you go drop for them. For market. I just want to educate. When we say no father to train a good habit.
All right.
That's my advice.
All right. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for calling. All right. Thank you for calling. I can see you smiling, but do you think education can help solve this problem on ground? Education, yes, it enlightens people. It opens our minds to see different things. But do you think it can solve the Almajiri problem that we currently have in Nigeria?
Let me tell you sincerely, the gap between the South and the North is widening by the day. I can tell you education is a factor. Is a factor. Responsibility of parents to children is also a factor. You can't, there's a way there's an adage in Yoruba that says it's just it's funny. The adage is funny, but that is the truth. The truth of the matter is you can't have a responsible father and a mom and you will not be responsible because people will ask you, where did you come from?
Where did you pick this character from?
Yeah, who did you pick this from? So there's this value system that is lost, and finding the prism is doing the right thing.
All right.
We need to continue to educate. There are some parents that need education. There are parents that need to be tutored themselves.
All right.
Like this last caller said, he said somebody will give birth to a child in one city and will take to another. they take them
at a very young age.
At a very young age. And that guy will not be able to trace back his route. So, and there are many. Like I said, the number you saw in the courts, they are a drop in the ocean. They are a drop in the ocean of the likes of them.
The larger scheme of things.
They are a waiting army.
All right, let's take some reactions right here. 0913 655 6952 or 0800 887 887. Hello, good morning. Hello.
Good morning.
Good morning. What's your name?
My name is John. I'm calling from Mandi.
All right, Mr. John, go ahead.
Another thing I want us to look at that our religious leaders, they already, some of them have already make us believe that you can marry more than one wife and you've gone how many children. You can see a vulcanizer walking in the behind of the street. They marry more than one wife and they having children without taking good care of them. So it's an issue that we should look at. If you cannot be able to take care of your child, if it is one or two that you can be able to get and take good care of them.
All right.
I believe that we cannot be having all this kind of issue in our country.
All right. Thank you so much, Mr. John. Thank you for calling. He's also talking about family planning as a solution to this problem. But do people in that part of the country see family planning as something they should embrace? That is another thing.
You need to be educated to understand family planning. That's the way it is.
All right. Hello. Good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning. What's your name and where are you calling from?
Yeah, this is Abayomi from Ilorin.
All right, Abayomi. Go ahead.
Anybody might pity the federal government, but I'm not one of them. Either state or federal. I won't pity the federal government, neither will I pity the state government. You see, there's a saying in Yoruba that you can sorrow, you can sorry. If you fail to speak at the right time, you will be forced on your knees anytime such a thing happens.
All right.
This issue of Almajiri has been in existence for long. And I will always say we are sitting on the keg of a gunpowder. These people have disrupted processes. And today, even the youth, the elderly one, the people who are interested and concerned about Nigeria cannot protest against evil policies of the government because of this kind of people, Almajiri, South, and all that, which our system has bred over time. Now, why are we pitying the government that they spoiled their things and all that? And that's not where I'm going. You see, the more we continue to allow all these sentiments to go on, the more we continue to linger in problems. How will you imagine a wheelbarrow pusher giving birth to 15 children unchecked? And nobody is talking. They will say the religion allows it. They will say the tradition allows it. Who is going to take care of those children? So if we don't take care of this thing right from the root, we cannot be taking care of it now. So the government needs to bring up a policy that will take care of that right from the roots. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Mr. Abayomi. All right, a policy for birth control. All right, we seem to be tilting towards that angle at this point. However, we would still take your reactions. Keep sending it in via SMS or WhatsApp 0913-655-6864. Let's quickly move into the second story. And this one is also a very crucial and disturbing story about the rising spate of tension and violence between Nigerian law enforcement officers and the public. On one side, officers face extreme reactions from the public, such as physical attacks, public demonstration of anger, like stripping in protest and the likes. Now, let's look at this story. And this is the story of that happened in Lagos of a driver in an attempt to evade arrest by a LASMA officer, that is the Lagos State Traffic Management Authority officer. He doused this particular officer with fuel and set him on fire. This officer suffered severe injuries and he ran away. This officer is currently receiving treatment and he has suffered various degrees of injuries from this event. Now, the incident actually highlights the tensions, and we also see we've seen cases of hit and run of federal road safety officers and the likes while in the line of duty. Now, what does this say about the relationship between the public and our law enforcement? What exactly is the cause of these issues? Now, before you answer that, let's also take a look at a report that happened in Kwara, where a man stripped himself naked because the FRSC officers wanted to impound his vehicle. Now, this particular man in protest, he stripped naked, causing a scene and drawing attention to the incident. Now, this also reflects the frustration that people experience. I have seen people meet road safety officials on the road, and then the first thing, you're frowning, nobody's even smiling at each other. You're already on the defense side of things. Like, oh, why are you stopping me? What is the problem? And we've seen different cases like this. Why do we have this tension between our security officers and the general public? What exactly is the issue here?
Yeah, thank you. You see, we have a situation on our hands now where you see a kind of altercation between the services themselves, maybe today you see police and you see maybe an army officer, you see them holding themselves on the streets,
police and
fighting
defense.
themselves. Maybe tomorrow it will be police, civil defense. Maybe another day it will be immigration and something, And I want to say, what is lacking in its entirety is discipline.
Okay.
Is discipline
on the part of the public or the part of these officers themselves?
I would say on the, let discipline happen in the military, in the police, in the other related forces. Let them imbibe the necessary discipline that is required. You see, if I am being accosted, like I was coming this morning, and I met a valuable person on the way. I told him, I said I am going to somewhere. He stopped me. I'm already behind schedule. I am coming here. I told him, I said, I have all the papers, but I have to be somewhere now. He said, where? I said, I have to be in the radio station this morning. He said, Emma Low. Emma alone. Like he just laughs. He said, people like this, you don't across them.
Because when you get there, they will talk about already talking about him.
Maybe he's listening to me now. So you see, he understood where I'm coming from and the reason why I have to be where I am going to. That is a gentlemanly behavior. But some others who said no, will say no, will say they will delay you on the point you lose the appointment or miss the appointment. Now, I think number one, we have to talk about the issue of discipline. Discipline is key. And when you come to uniform thing, the first thing that comes to mind is that this person is disciplined. So, but what have we seen of them recently? We've seen that they have thrown caution to the wind by doing whatever they like in the public place. Now, coming to look at the situation of Nigeria today, knowing what hunger is doing today, knowing what poverty is also doing as we speak, because there are a lot of hunger, anger, and the rest of them in society today. No, when you now have all this, you now try to look at it and say, okay, what is happening to the person that I'm talking to? What is he thinking? If somebody that can, soak himself with petrol and soak the last man person with petrol, he's going on a suicide mission. So the way things are right now, how many people do you see on the road that are in the right frame of mind? That are some people were fighting someday, and the two of them were saying, I'm not normal. The other person say, I'm not normal. So abnormality has become normal. He said this one say I'm not normal. The other one say, if you know the meaning of abnormal, is his middle name. And I said, okay, so who is normal now? Who is normal? So we have to look at it from that angle. And these people in the uniform should also understand that the people they are dealing with, particularly in times like this, we are in a very dangerous time where anybody can decide to do anything. Somebody is even looking for who will kill him. So somebody that has not eaten for a day or two, somebody that has waiting expenses at home, the vehicle does not belong to him. The guy in Lagos is just a driver. The vehicle does not belong to him. A lot of people are waiting to feed from that bus. His own family too are waiting to feed from that bus. Now maybe, you see, today I keep telling those who care to listen that if you are talking to somebody today, just watch the person's body language before you take your next step, or else you may be taking a very dangerous step. So that person today, the people on the street now, let's us pray that people will be normal. The way things are now, I expect that even people in uniform should take caution.
All right.
Because an hungry man is an angry man.
All right, but what about the public as well? The way people also relate with these officers when they are on duty. Like you have said, you met a gentleman this morning. I have also met people who treat you with respect. Or they see you before they check your papers. Oh, good day, madam. How was your day? I would like to... We have some people like that in the force. But we also have people who are aggressive. Let's say, for example, you meet a security official who is a gentleman, but you on the other hand, you are the aggressive one. Then how should the situation be handled?
That's what I'm saying. I said the man that is in uniform should understand the situation and times that we are in now.
Okay.
You see, somebody somewhere may not have what you are asking for, but there's a way to handle people like that. Are you getting my point? I want to say that we should just apply caution.
All right.
For the civilians, we should apply caution.
All right.
For those in uniform too, they should need to apply caution. We need to do this the right way.
All right.
The times are not normal now.
All right. Now talking about the times that are not normal. Before now, there has been a call for FRC officials to be given weapons to be able to, protect themselves.
I am not in support of that. I have never been in support of that.
Why?
We have weaponized virtually everybody. We have weaponized virtually every system.
Okay.
There is weapon virtually everywhere. And people no longer respect those weapons anymore. I tell you, because when something becomes too common, I don't every day. I ask people when you go to polling stations and I find people with guns everywhere. Now I told them, I said, I'm scared. He said, why? I said, I'm scared. The gun in your hand, in a place like this, for what? And so the way the system runs, where a policeman should carry ordinary baton, he is carrying a rifle. Where people should ordinarily, talk to people in a civil manner, it's becoming something forceful. So when you apply force, what then do you expect? So the way we have been wired to become violent, because somebody is coming to you, and maybe you are coming to accost somebody, or maybe you meet some people on the way, and you find all of them with rifle, and then you say, are we in a war situation?
All right.
What is happening here? So I don't even believe. I expect that even those who are carrying today, it should be withdrawn from them. Let us go civil. Let everybody go civil. Let us know that we are not. It gets me.
Let's take a reaction right here. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning. What's your name and where are you calling from?
Yemi Asagi is my name. Good morning, engineer.
Good morning, sir.
I want to talk about the first issue. Okay, you see, I am happy that Engineer Jacob has spoken well. It's like he has seen what I have in my mind. And happily enough, my friend, my brother, Mr. Igi, has also said the same. You see, in this country, we play politics with virtually everything. You see, for instance, the detention of those who are referred to as minors has generated divergent reactions. Actually, when you see those guys, you think they are minor. But when you meet them in their operations, you will know they are even more active than those who refer to as adults. Now, something baffles me. One, the state governor, Kano state governor, said he was not even aware that these guys were taken to detention.
Politics.
Then for almost 3 months in detention, not even a single parent of about 70 of them came out to cry for sympathy. Does it mean they have no parents? Now, instead of blaming the government, let us redirect our attention to parenting. We should stop blaming government. Parenting, let every parent go back to his house and look at his home. Do I know who my child is outside my home? It's a lot of. We are not even sitting on the keg of gunpowder. We are sitting in front of a armored personnel carrier. I think you are getting me. So as much as some people feel like sympathizing with these guys, we must be very careful, and we must not build up defense for them so that they will not see this their minor status as a license to grow in crime.
All right. Thank you so much.
Now, you are taking care of those who destroy. What about those whose properties were destroyed? What are you going to do for them? You bring people who have killed thousands of people from the forest in the name of amnesty. You buy them babariga, give them money, and equip them. What about those whose relations were killed?
All right. All right.
Well, okay. Let me just stop here.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Mr. Yemi Ashaju. Thank you for your contribution. 0913-655-6952. That's what he here says. Good morning. It's Jimo Jamiu. I think the issue we're having is that we have multiple officers on the road playing the same role and collecting same fines, from FRSC to Kwatma to police, even the VIO. Despite the fact that the VIO has been banned by Federal High Court to stay off roads, they are still very much inactive. Things are not normal. Hello. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning. What's your name and where are you calling from?
This is Officer Mutu calling from Ilorin.
Officer Mutu, welcome to the program. Go ahead.
Morning to the engineer in the house.
Morning, thank you.
You know, first and foremost, the leaders of the North are freed them. We just have to be frank with ourselves. Like what? Yes. You know, these are the issues the Emir Sanusi has with those people. When we were saying you see their children managing 3-4 wives without work. So we cannot compare parenting in the south and with the north. The leaders, the government are just to. When we talk of Almajiri school, I gave credence, I gave kudos to former President Jonathan. None of the past northern presidents or northern head of state have done what Jonathan did. But what is the outcome today? Right. Let the governors and the parents let them come up with a blueprint. Let them send their schools, let them send their work to the schools.
All right.
Those that have been kidnapped, you ask one or two of them, those that kidnapped them, and those that are taking care of them in the bush, what is their age? We should not be politicizing everything, my sister. And again, as for the security men and the public,
yes.
We need the orientation. You know, I cannot be with hands and you be talking to me as if you are talking to your junior brother or your son. No, we just have to reorientate ourselves. Let's see these people as human beings that is taking care of us. Because in the sun, in the rain, they will leave their own children, they will leave their own wife and children and be on the road. And someone will just come and be talking to them as if they are nobody.
All right.
You know, if you read the anger, we are all human beings.
All right. Thank you so much. All right. Thank you for your contribution. And that is on the part of the populace as well. There should be mutual respect between the officers and the people.
Yeah.
Good morning in the studio and to the analyst on the issue of the Lagos and Lagos last man. An hungry man is an angry man. Government should talk to their officials to take things easy in carrying out their duties. Some of them are rude in their approach. God bless Nigeria. Olani from A Division. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning. What's your name and where are you calling from?
I'm Bishop calling from Glasgow.
All right, Bishop, we have 30 seconds.
Yes, I want to comment on the last topic.
All right.
I really want to thank the analysts in the house. They really have spoken my mind. If you see the situation of the country now, everyone in the country now is agreeable. it's not as if some people will do it. It may not be intentionally, but you will do it because of the wrong. So, government should try as much as possible to reduce the hunger. If not, the tension is very, very high.
All right. Thank you so much. Thank you for your reaction. This one says, I really appreciate the analyst of today. I said it all. If you build a house and you fail to build your children, it is these children who will dispose of such buildings and every other thing in your presence. That is my perception about Nigeria as a country. We are on a keg of gunpowder. If our fingers can work towards the distinction of Nigeria. I don't understand that. And our politicals feel free. I say no lie. Our democracy is just by mouth, not in practice. Prince or Bankole from Owakajola. Now, before we go, let's quickly touch on the U.S. elections and everything that has been surrounding that particular elections. We've been seeing live updates online and the conduct of the election generally, the turnout of the people, the comments made by Donald Trump about the fact that he would concede defeat if the election is fair
this time.
And yes, if but there is a condition as against the last time when he said the elections had problems, but right now he's telling us that he would concede defeat if the election is fair and transparent. He also talked about the use of electronic devices. He's for the use of paper ballots and all of that, but he's saying why spend a lot of money on the use of electronic devices and the likes. What do you make of all of this, and what lessons can Nigeria as a country, since that is where we borrowed democracy from, what lessons can we take from it as a country?
We have to take a lot of lessons from that, honestly. Like I said, their election is issue-based. Their election is transparent. You, as a candidate, you need to come out to speak. It's not the kind of jamboree that we have here. You see them putting people in the sun.
Carnivals.
Yeah, you see them putting people in the sun and then talking what they will not do, talking what they will never do, talking what they never believe in. Now, somebody's talking about, and they hold their positions very well. Somebody is saying that I'm going to work against illegal immigrants. I'm going to continue the border lines that are building. Somebody's talking about reproductive health. Somebody's talking about you right to your body and the rest of them. Somebody's talking about I want to focus my concentration on the middle class.
Different views, different issues.
Yeah. So and they stick to those points. And people decide to take even to the very last moment. Some people are still undecided. Are you getting my point? Some people are talking about Gaza, Israel. These are issue-based things.
Relationship with Russia.
Yeah. They are talking about electoral college votes and talking about popular votes. But right now, Trump is on 267 electoral vote. If it's electoral college vote that they're going to use, Trump is already on top.
Right.
But I want to say that most of our campaigns in Nigeria is fraud.
Why would you say
it's fraud? Tell me who has said something and has done that thing. Most of the time they come to say something, they do something else.
All right.
Is this what we asked for? Where we are right now, is it what we asked for?
All right, Engineer.
Is it what they told us they would do? It is well.
All right, it is well. Thank you so much, Engineer Jacobs Omotaya, for coming this morning. A lot of times when I have you on the program, I wish we could have an extension of the time. Thank you to everyone who called in and sent in messages. We're sorry we couldn't take all your messages and calls. We sincerely apologize. This is where we call it a wrap on the program. Do join us same time, 9 a.m. tomorrow for the Diamond Breakfast Show. Eba Adasi comes up shortly with Omido Olayinka. My name is Bisola ODUWOLE Suleiman. Have a lovely rest of the day. Thank you for listening.
Want to know why we do what we do in serving you the best of broadcasting at Diamond 88.7 FM?
Because you're worth it. Because you're worth it. And you're worth it. You know you're worth it.
Yes, you're worth it. We'll go the whole mile for you. Diamond 88.7 FM.